subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Welcome to an OP10 guide for Reiju. This time we're focused on how to beat BlackBeard. I've made plenty of Reiju videos, and one of the most comments that I get from people is how do I beat BlackBeard, which is one of your toughest match out there. So during this video, I plan to give you tips and tricks that you can leverage to increase your odds at beating BlackBeard. But before we get into that, the last Reiju video we did, we gave away some high quality custom Germa 66 dons and people loved them. So we're here to do the same thing again. We recently created a Straw Hat Crew Don set, which captures the best moments in our opinion for each of the Straw Hats, from Sanji to Luffy to Robin. So if you love these cards and you want a chance to, win them for free, all you have to do is like the video, leave a comment, tell us why you like Reiju or a different leader, or if you need tips, let us know. And if you can share this video as well too, please do. It goes a long way in helping a small channel like ourselves. And if you don't want to chance at winning and you want to try to buy these outright, go to our shop. We have a couple of sets available. Check them out. They're pretty awesome. But without further ado, let's dive into it. The deck that I'm using right here isn't specifically designed for BlackBeard. It's my general OP10 guide. If you go check on the OP Sim today, check out the data on this type of deck. This deck has almost a 70% win rate. So this deck is designed so that you can go into your locals, regionals, or other competition. It do well against most decks, including BlackBeard. So let's kind of dive into some tips and tricks. My goal is to give these to you early so you know what they are, and then we're going to go into a couple of games and actually try them out. Today I was actually able to get one of my friends who only plays black. He played Lucci, he played Smoker, and then when OP10 BlackBeard came out, he played BlackBeard exclusively. So he's probably one of the best black players that I know, and I think we're gonna have a great time. So, a couple of tips and tricks to help you. First, for people who don't know, BlackBeard's ability is essentially trash a card and disable all on play ability. And Reiju's entire deck is essentially on play. So even with something like the Red Ranger, if you play him out, you do Don -1, you can play out the big Red Ranger, right? The 7 cost, but because the on play is disabled, he no longer gets rushed. So it's very annoying. And BlackBeard, even though he has a great leader ability, it's also one of his big weaknesses. BlackBeard does terrible against aggression, and he can easily starve himself if you don't play carefully. Reiju is one of the decks where BlackBeard from early on, if you go against a good BlackBeard player, they're going to start, using their leader ability at like 2 or more Dons. Because at 2 Dons, you can play out Reiju, get more cards in hand. At 3 Dons, you can play out Porsche, right? You could also chain Porsche into Ichiji. At 4 Dawn, you can play this guy out, the Blue Ranger. So because of that, BlackBeard has to essentially black call you every turn, and they are starving themselves doing that. So the way to further make them starve is swing as much as you can early on. So any chance you get, swing into BlackBeard, cause them to lose cards in hand, cause them to be in a situation where when they go to black hole you, they really think about, should I skip black holing you? Or should I give up an important card because if I don't, I'm going to get wrecked. And if you can put BlackBeard in that type of position, you're going to have a really awesome time. So essentially, be aggressive and starve him as much as possible. And don't be afraid to play out, like, let's say a 4 cost directly instead of, if you don't have a 2 cost in your hand, but you do have this, don't be afraid to play her out. And the next turn, attach some Dons and swing. Same with Porsche. The name of the game is keeping the pressure up. And a couple of cards to help you in this deck as well, too. Your biggest threat is going to be Jesus. What typically BlackBeard players are trying to do is they're trying to build up their trash size and essentially towards the end of the game have a couple of Jesuses because they get powered from the number of cards from each trash. And I have a couple of 10 cost, BlackBeards to essentially protect the Jesus and also be able to swing. So you want to be able to try to keep their board as empty as possible, their hand as small as possible. And if you do all these things right, you will be able to kick ass. And then just a couple other things to call out. Because Jesus is one of your most annoying characters in the deck, this is where the Blue Ranger is great. You can play him out, send a 4 cost, or lower, back to the hand. So send Jesus back to hand, which is great. Same with Black Bug as well, too. You can bottom deck Jesus. This way Kuzan can't summon him. And then on top of that, same with Gamma Knife. Dawn -1, it costs 2, and it gives your opponent's character -5,000. So you can use this on Jesus to really power him down and kill him. Or you can use this on 10 cost Teach. Because he's at 12k attack power, you can -5,000 and just make it that much easier. Because typically what Blackbeard wants to do is when you do a big swing, they want to defend with Teach because he has 12k attack power and simply counter out of it and try to keep it alive. So if you do these things well, you should have a good time. And if you still continue to find it to be an issue going against Blackbeard, or your local has mostly Blackbeard players, feel free to add more Gamma Knights to your deck, or even add an additional Black Bug. These go a really long way. So without further ado, even though I've said that a few times, let's go into a couple of Blackbeard games right now with my friend, and let's see how using these tips and tricks look in real life, and see what we can do. So I'll catch you guys over there, and hopefully you guys learn a lot. All right, let's dive into our first game versus Blackbeard. And typically, you always want to go first with Reiju against most matchups because you want to be able to get the Sanji or your stage, start doing some searching, as much as possible. So here, we did some searching. Unfortunately, we did not find any of our searchers, which is more than perfectly fine. So I really wanted a Sanji or a stage, but I'm fine with this as well too. It's good that we have the 2k counters, we have our Red Rangers, and of course Blackbeard is doing the typical Blackbeard search and find early on, play out the Lafitte, hopefully get some stages, and he's also trying to build up all the pieces. Typically when you see Lafitte, you always want to defeat them because essentially what Lafitte is going to do is trade one Dawn to give Blackbeard an additional card. When you're trying to starve him, you don't want him to have any cards on the field. So here, we can't really do much. We can't really play anything. So instead of wasting Dawn, let's just play out the little Pink Ranger. Even though we don't have the big Reiju, having her there doesn't really hurt. This way, if he plays another Lafitte, or if we get another Reiju next turn, we can easily, play out the bigger Ranger. So here we see Blackbeard, again, doing Blackbeard stuff. He played out his stage. He's still searching. And probably doesn't have anything to play, so I suspect he's going to come in for a swing. Yup. There we go. And then we have our swords, our 2k counter. Doesn't really hurt us. You don't want to get too hurt by Blackbeard too early on. So this is the reason why I'm going to try to counter out of most things. But if I run out of, things in my hands that I can play, then I'll probably take some life. And look at this. Any other leader going against, I would be so happy with this hand. We have 2 little Red Rangers, 2 big Red Rangers, but let's get some swings in here first. Yep. And see how we already got Black Hold? Like, that's ridiculous. So, that's fine. He's starving himself. He has 3 cards in hand. And we played our Red Ranger. We can't really do much now, but we're setting it up for next turn. So, let's see what he can do. He only has 4 cards in hand. He's doing some more searching. Good, good. And this is what we want to see. If you see a Blackbeard with lots of cards in his hand, his field getting big, you are in trouble. Let's see what else is he going to do. Again, I played against so many Blackbeards that I feel like he's going to black hole me every turn. Every once in a while, you'll sometimes get a Blackbeard player who doesn't, but anyone who's good is going to do that. Now he's doing an 8k swing here. Here, I have to take this, because if not, I'm going to lose way too many cards in my hand, try to counter it. So it's fine. Blackbeard getting some attacks in, doing some searching. And I don't know if he has Jesus yet. Doesn't seem like he's found them. But there we go. We got a blocker out, and we also have Doc Q, so you can do some removal later. And in OP10, you can actually get rid of Jesus, because with Kuzan, you can summon him back relatively easy. Most good Blackbeard players will wait till their trash is at a good size, and then summon Jesus back or play him out. So here we're going to do what we talked about. We're going to go in and just get some swings in. We're Black Hold. We can't really do much. So what we need to do right here is just smack him around. So we're going to go here. Boom. Smack him again. 8 cost. He's losing health, which is good. He's down to 3. We have 3. And we're probably just going to play out the Porsche here as well too, because we want to try to build up our board presence as much as possible. So this way, during our turn, we can just keep laying the smackdown on him. Ooh, when Blackbeard gets to 10 costs or 10 Dawns, that's when it's scary. So that's where you have to be a little careful. So I want to make sure we apply a good amount of pressure before he gets to 10 Dawn, before the big Blackbeards come out. And I think we're doing well so far. So unless he does some removal or some crazy play here, next turn we still have the big Red Ranger, we have Porsche, we have our leader. So I think we're looking good here. But I will be honest with you guys. Every time I play against Blackbeard, in my tummy, I always feel like butterflies, like I'm nervous as hell. But 8K swing. Ooh, yeah, we're just gonna take that. Like that's way too many cards we're losing hand. And boom, he plays at the Kuzan. Kuzan kind of sucks because he can attack you and then use his ability to essentially just get Jesus back. And you also can't remove Kuzan from play if you have a Blackbeard. So we're at 8 Dawn here. And because we don't get a chance to do too many Dawn -1 and play like we usually do, we usually have a lot more Dawns than we typically do at this point. So here, we're going to go in for a 7K swing and see if he can do anything. Nope, nope, yep, he's getting rid of stuff. And now he's down to 1 card. Like, he knows this. He knows for a fact that if I get into his life too much, he's going to be in a bad spot. So here we go with Porsche, get some attacks in. Nice. And then what to do? I'm surprised we still haven't found our other Pink Ranger yet. Boom, do another 7 cost. He gets rid of the blocker. Totally makes sense. And then I feel like the obvious choices here is going to be play the Red Ranger out, get another 7 cost here to deal with, and being 7 cost makes it a much harder for Blackbeard to remove. And now look at our board state. It's getting filled. We have a lot of power. We have a lot of Dawn because we haven't done a crap ton of Dawn -1. So interesting. He got rid of the big teach. So I assume he has more teaches in his hand. So he didn't need that. So he probably has like a teach in his hand, a Jesus in his hand, and I'm not sure what else. He's at 10 cost now, so he's probably just getting ready to mess with me. I know a 10 cost Blackbeard is coming soon. Yep, he gets an attack off. I'm just gonna counter out of this. Yep, there we go. Man, here comes the 10 cost. I know he has it. Like, there's no way. Boom, what did I tell you? He's gonna freeze one of my 7 cost. Yep. And then now he'll also be able to use Kuzan to be able to bring Jesus back. And, Jesus should be, yep, there we go. He has plus 3,000. Literally play, this is what every Blackbeard's going to do. Literally, you guys are watching it. And look, we found our black bug. This is phenomenal. I am like so happy. So we come in here first. And we're going to give him minus 5,000. So if he attempts to block, he can, but we want to kill that Blackbeard. And then we come in here. Boom, he's gone. So even if he has another Kuzan, he's not getting that Jesus back. Jesus has been bottom deck. And now look at us. One of our 7 costs is frozen. We have 3 other characters. Let's go and get some attacks in. Yep, there we go. He's doing that. Fun, fun, fun. Let's see if we can apply some more pressure. Like, I'm loving this. Like, I'm feeling very happy. But at the same time, sometimes confidence can be false confidence because Blackbeard can easily turn this around if he wanted to. So he's at 7. What is he going to do? Oh, is he going to counter out of it? Please let him die. Please. Oh, yes, he didn't have anything. Perfect. Oh, I love this. And we can come in here now. We'll play a stage out just because, playing the Germa stages gives you so much, reward or value over time. And just look at this. We never gave Blackbeard a chance to build up his, board state. And at the same time, he put down Teach. We killed Teach. He put down Jesus. We bottom deck Jesus. Like, we're not giving Blackbeard any opportunity to really do anything. And I suspect he's probably going to play another Blackbeard or play like a Kuzan or something else. Like, Blackbeard's in a tough spot. We have 2 health, right? And on top of that, ooh, he only has 1 health left. This is really exciting. And if you notice, he didn't black hole us because he really can't black hole us. Because he doesn't really have a lot of cards in hand. So that's always nice. Well, he could always black hole us later, but as of right now, he still hasn't black holed us. Ooh. And look, he still didn't black hole us. Perfect. This is great. A lot of times when I play Blackbeard, I like to black hole before attacking. Just because if there's some type of on-play ability that you can play as a trigger, you can deal with that. But let's take that. Play the searches if you can get anything good out here. Oh man, we are messing this Blackbeard up. I love it. And now we can actually play out Reiju. Look at that, we're filling our hand up again. This is what I talked about. Because Blackbeard's in a position where he really can't afford to black hole us anymore, we can like get off combos like this. Now we can just go for big attacks. I want to do a big enough attack where if Teach blocks, he dies, or if he doesn't block, he's down to no life, which you don't want to be at anyway. So Teach is going to take that. He should be able to counter. Oh, he couldn't. Oh, this is making me so happy. Oh my god. Go ahead, get off another swing. What is he going to do? Okay, he got a Lafitte. We still have 3 more Dons left, and we have 2 more characters here. Like, if you're a BlackBeard, this is why you should be nervous. And a lot of times when I do go against BlackBeard players, this is kind of what I see. You know, if you can keep that type of pressure up, let's get another Searcher out just for next turn. We'll have some additional things. Good. And there we go. Oh man, I am super pumped. Come on. So this is the turn where we're going to try to essentially just, you know, end him and see where we can end up. Oh, see, he has another BlackBeard in hand. He has to. He's just trying to get me to remove cards from hand first, and of course, there we go. Like, at this point, you really have no option, unless your board is full of other cards. Playing just the 10 cost BlackBeard really doesn't do much. And now he black told us again. Yep, there we go. We've been black hole. But again, there's nothing he can do here. He's going to die. He can only block once. And look at the amount of characters we have. Yep, just in case we need a judge for whatever reason. There we go. Get a big swing off. There you go. Come on, buddy. Come on. Yeah, let's just do one more extra just in case. That's 15k. I don't think he's... Yeah, there we go. That's what we wanted. We still have 2 more Dons left, and we have all these characters now that we can attack with. Cool. Good. And just, there's no way. This is about to be GG right here. And that's it. He is done. Literally, what you guys watched is, you know, this is Reiju versus BlackBeard. Let's do another game, see if we can recreate this, but that was super duper fun. All right, let's get into game 2. We're going to go first this time. My friend was definitely not very happy that we beat him. Apparently, he didn't get a lot of cards he was looking for. But again, it happens. That's the name of the game. This is why BlackBeard does so much searching. And this time, we actually got Sanji, which is really nice. Look at that. I don't understand why, when we're going against BlackBeard, we have so many Red Rangers in our hand. Usually, when I go against other leaders, my hand's usually not this good right out the gate. But of course, we get the usual play the Lafitte out, which is kind of expected. And then he did a search, of course. And then, you know, we're at 3 Dons right now. I feel like the name of the game, keep the pressure up. You always, every turn, you want to try to swing as much as you can. And here's the good part. We also have Chopper too now. So we could always put Chopper down and we have a blocker. Which just puts us in a safe position just in case, you know, we need to do something additional. So boom, we have Chopper. We hand it back to BlackBeard. And what will Senior BlackBeard do? Let's see. Of course, the Lafitte search, and now you've noticed his hand size. It's growing. We don't want that. We want to take care of that as soon as we can. So BlackBeard comes in for a swing here. 6k. Yeah, we'll take it. I don't really want to give up any of the cards we have in hand. Boom. And now we have Lafitte, we have Doc Q. Good. And we can actually come in with Sanji, take out the Lafitte. This way we don't have to use our leader to actually do any attacks. And surprisingly, he did not black hole us. I'm actually I don't know what he's playing at, but sometimes you'll see this. Sometimes, you know, BlackBeards will wait till turn 3 or more. But this is great for us because now we can get the Red Rangers out. He was probably taking a gamble that we didn't have all the pieces, but we do. We got some pieces here. So boom, get off another attack. He didn't counter. Okay. I feel like he's taking a different strategy with me this time. He's trying to build up his hand size as much as he can. So just way later on, he has all the counters. He has a lot of pieces he's looking for. This is actually a smart play here. So I'm glad that between both games, you guys are seeing 2 different versions of the game. And this is how it's typically going. So he's doing another 6k swing. We're going to use the Sora. Just counter out of it. No, buddy, you can't come for us. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. So he has Von Augur, which does a -3. And he took Chopper out. Okay, interesting. Good. And one of the annoying things about Doc Q is if you kill him, you essentially just get a card back, which sucks. We still have our Sanji, which is good for us, so we'll actually be able to use Sanji to attack into Doc Q. It sucks that, Blackbeard will get a card out of it, but it's fine. Man, if you notice this time we did get Black Hole. He's like, hey, screw this nonsense. He doesn't want to mess with it. And we're going to go for Van Augur just because you want to keep the board as empty as possible. If you can keep the board empty, you can do a lot of destruction. Even though I could have, yeah, I think this makes sense. Attach 2 Dons, attack with 7k. He's already down to 2 life, and we're just going to play out our Reiju. Yep. There we go. Even though our on play is disabled, we don't get 2 additional cards from Reiju's ability, but we do get the Don -1 from the leader ability. So that's how we got our stage card. And this, he KO'd using, okay. Man, I can't believe he took Reiju out like that. Why? Why did you take my Pink Ranger? So he has 4 Dons left. He's going for a big swing here. He wants to take out the Red Ranger. It looks like he doesn't have anything he wants to really play out. We'll just give it to him. We can easily bring back the Red Ranger. That's probably smart of him. Try to keep the aggression low. We're Black Holed again, so not much we can do. But we can summon the Red Ranger back, which is great. Let's play this out, our stage. And I feel like we need to get some swings off with Reiju as well, too. Continue to keep the pressure up. This time, Blackbeard has a lot of cards in hand, so we do have to be careful. He took it again! Jeez, okay, he's playing a very dangerous game here. So my strategy of starving him, it's not going as I want, but I'm still getting him to, trash the pieces as much as he can. And now we have our Red Ranger back. It sucks that we can't rush into him. This game, I'm actually a little worried. Hand size, huh? And then he got the Kuzan, good. He got the stage out. 7 cost. Yeah. Let's get rid of that. We probably won't be able to use Sanji, and that's the fact he started black holing us. He has so many cards in hand. I probably won't be able to use Sanji for a long time. So that's why I don't mind getting rid of him. And we don't want to get too low. Blackbeard, even with 1 to 2 health, can still do a lot. So we got to be careful. Boom, he plays up the Jesus. His trash is already building. He's at 4k. So this is a little dangerous. I really want a Blackbeard. I hope we can find a black bug. Now, man. We do have a Gamma Knife for if Jesus attacks next turn, but that really sucks. A black bug would have been nice. I do think playing at the Judge would be a good option in this case. We have the Dons for it. Yep, let's just get some swings in first, get some cards out of hand. Cool, boom. Smack him down. Yep, there he goes. Got rid of the blocker as expected. We can play out our Jesus. It is interesting that he didn't black hole us again, but I wonder what's going through his mind. Sometimes you'll see Blackbeard players do this. Get rid of that. We can fill up our board again. Boom, boom. There we go. We can bring Reiju back, which is nice. And this is essentially what I talked about, is you want to fill your board up, but at the same time, you want to keep, Blackbeard's board as low/empty as possible. I do love playing Blackbeard a lot personally, but I just find him way too... the fact he's attacking with just by himself, he's going to put down a Teach. This is what he was waiting for. He has a powered up Jesus. He's going to play out the Teach. Yep. Kind of unexpected. We'll just give that up. Not an issue. Boom. He gets a big Blackbeard out. He's going to freeze our Judge. I don't blame him. Okay, even though we have 3 health, I'm starting to feel the pressure a little. There we go. Boom. And then we can come in here. Let's definitely get the chopper out just for some defense. Defense is always good. Get out our 7-cost Red Ranger. Unfortunately, we can't attack. Our Judge is frozen. So we have some limited option here. But I mostly want to get the chopper out just because if he's trying to attack any of my high-value target, or if he tries to go for Reiju, I could potentially block out of it. Or if he attacks my life and I don't feel comfortable, I have a blocker, so that's always good. And now we need to get some big swings off and see what happens. Unfortunately, we don't have enough Dawns to be able to try to kill the Blackbeard. And do I want to? Yeah, I guess, yeah. Should I Dawn minus? Yeah, let's do it. We're going to play with the Gamma Knife. We're going to reduce Blackbeard's attack power by 5,000. And then we'll go in for a big swing. This is going to leave the option of, hey, either Teach is going to let the attack go through and get to no health, or he's going to block the attack and potentially die. But before we do that, let's try to get some cards out of hand. Yep, we got a Lafitte. Before you go for a big swing like this, you want to try to get as much cards out of hands as possible. So we're going to go for a 9k swing here. And his Blackbeard's at 7. Can he... Oh, he didn't have enough counters for that. And Blackbeard decks isn't typically known to have a crap ton of counter. So that's kind of what I was banking on, and it worked out for us. Now he only has Jesus. Yes, Jesus is powerful, but no Teach. I assume he has another Teach on there. Like, every Blackbeard player I knows has like 2 to 3 Teaches in their hand by the time they get to 10 Dawn, and just every turn you play out a Teach. He's coming for Reiju, which is smart. You want to try to get rid of, stuff from my board as much as you can. And the fact that he's coming in for a 5k swing only and not attaching any Dawn, this is how I know for a fact he has another Blackbeard just hiding in his hand. Come on, play it. There we go. Boom. He's going to freeze the Judge again. But this time it's good because I have Judge who's at, 8,000 attack points. And we have the Red Ranger who's at 7,000. So this does put us in a good place. Our board is still kind of heavy. But this is getting a little scary. Blackbeard does have 4 cards in hand. So, yeah. Can we do anything? Nah, we don't have any other Red Rangers in there. I feel like our best call here is going to be go for some swings. Oh, look at that. Nice. Another Red Ranger. Love it. And the question is, can we try to end the game soon, if possible? We're going to go in for a big attack, see if Blackbeard actually blocks this. I assume he's going to block and counter, because he doesn't want... Yep, there we go. Block and counter, as I expected. And now we can just go for a big swing right here. We don't have enough to kill Jesus. He's down to no life. And at the same time, we now also have Chopper. So if he does come for our Red Ranger or life, we'll be able to do anything. So now he's in a interesting position. He has no life. He probably has another Blackbeard. If he puts on a second Blackbeard, it's going to be a little challenging. That's a lot of blockers to get through. Yes, and every time you see a Blackbeard at 10 Dawn just simply do a single attack like that, it's not good. That means we have another Teach coming up, and this is the moment that people are terrified. And he's doing 11k swing, and we'll just give that to Chopper. I don't want to lose, because if he plays another Teach, yep, just like I called it, he's going to freeze Judge, and if I let the Red Ranger die, I would essentially have no real way to attack him, and he would have 2 blockers that he can use, and that would make it so difficult to end the game. I assume he trashed the Jesus because he probably has a Kuzan that he plans to use. But man, good stuff. We do have the Blue Ranger, but unfortunately we're Black Hole, so we can't really use it right now. I feel like our option is going to be do a big swing, try to kill one of the, Blackbeards. And he only has 3 cards in hand, so there we go. I was taking a bet that he wasn't going to have enough counters for that, and I'm glad it worked out for me. So now we don't have enough counter or enough Dawns to do another big swing to take out Blackbeard. So he's definitely going to block one of these. So the question is, can I end the game this turn? I don't think so. I think next turn is more realistic, but we'll try. We'll see what he does. He's going to block that. Yep. Our Judge is frozen. Nothing we can really do. But we are set up for success for next turn. Unless he plays on another Blackbeard, which I will freak out over, I think we will be able to win. So I assume he's searching for another Blackbeard. He gets that. We gotta let that go. Please don't put another Blackbeard down. I can't deal with another. Oh my god, the fact that he's doing just a 5k attack, he's probably gonna put down another Blackbeard. Jesus, man. Oh no, he's actually swinging. Interesting. Yep, there we go. Another Blackbeard. Man, what did I tell you guys? I almost know when Blackbeard players have the 10 cost Teach. So we've been Black Hole. We do have the Gamma Knife, which is nice. Oh, man. So we're going to use this on the blocker. So if he does block, we essentially kill him. And it sucks that he froze my judge. Like, since I played judge, I didn't really get to use him yet. It sucks. But we can do at least a big swing here. Hopefully take care of, you know, I think we want to try to kill the Blackbeard to be safe and try to end the game with Sanji. I feel like if we do in that move, we should be able to pull this off. So we're going to go for an attack, 8k, and if he tries to save the Blackbeard and counters, that's great for us. Come on. Yes! He only has one card left in hand. I think this is GG. There's not much he can do, even if he had another counter. This is 70. Yeah, he's gone. GG, and that's how you do it. Like, again, it's a very difficult matchup, but if you keep the pressure up, if you starve Blackbeard, and you essentially use your Gamma Knife and Black Bug correctly, you can cause a lot of havoc. So, my friend unfortunately has time for 2 games. Maybe we'll do more games in the future, maybe even a live stream as well too. But that's the game. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. It's still a relatively difficult matchup, so please don't go walking away like, hey, I'm going to win everything now. It's hard. But if you found this video to be helpful, if you learned, or if it just helped you actually win a game, let me know. And with that, have a great rest of your day, night, and wherever you may be.